day off from their sitting in Pretoria to visit the scene where 44 miners lost their lives during the unprotected Lonmin strike in 2012. Commission Chairperson, retired Judge Ian Farlam, made the announcement last week, and the visit is expected to last the whole day. Several areas linked to the August 2012 shooting of the Lonmin mine workers will also be inspected. Parties involved have been requested to submit suggestions electronically about the inspection in loco. Now, for the latest on this, we joined on the line from Marikana, by our reporter Nozintombi Miya. Nozintombi, can you give us an update as to what is happening right now?
Thank you once again, Alvin. We are still here at the Marikana Kopi, where quite a number of people have now moved from the main slight city area or town area. They've moved from that point to the Marikana Kopi. We've got quite a number of people here, the commissioners, the wives, and the wives of some of the miners that were injured, the widows, some of the family members that are here, some of the lawyers that have been representing the various parties in the Lonmin, in the entire Marikana Commission. And with me now, I've got one of the community members who's been a staunch pillar of the community here in Marikana. Her name is Primrose Sonti, and she's just going to tell us a little bit about some of the living conditions of the people here in Marikana. A very good morning to you, Primrose. Can you just tell me, what are some of the living conditions of people here in Marikana?
You know, the condition of the people here in Marikana, it's same. It's still same. It's not good. Since 2012, 16th August, there's no changing.
And what are some of the problems? I see that there is a lot of shacks. There doesn't seem to be water. There doesn't seem to be electricity. Just give me a little bit more about that.
It is worse about the water. Even now, we don't have water. From my house just now, I'm staying in Cape Town, but I'm usually come here in my community as usually. I don't have, even me myself, I don't have water. I don't have sanitation. There's no houses. Everything here in Marikana, it's not good.
So would you say
suffering?
Would you say 2 years after everything that's happened, you're still suffering?
We are still suffering.
And now the commission today is here to do an inspection of this particular area where we know 34 miners died. What is your feeling about that?
You know, I'm feeling bad, and then I remember. It takes me to remember back when I saw them. Even these hippos, police. You know, my heart is breaking because I just remember the 16th August. What was happening here in the mountain?
Tell us more about the 16th. What do you remember?
You know, the 16th August in my life, I don't think I'm gonna forget. I don't think I'll never forget. When I'm here in Marikana, in Vonarkop, I'm just started thinking about the 16th August. It is better even when I'm not here, at least. But when I'm here, I'm worse today because I'm here in the mountain, in the Kopi, with these lawyers and this Mr. Farlam. You know, even this thing they're gonna to do here, I don't know what it's all about because we are still crying. The widows are here, are suffering. The children at home, they don't have nothing to eat. You know, these widows, it's hard for them. And I think if they can work, at least maybe it will be better because the government don't want to help them.
What do you think government needs to do?
The government must give them the houses and take their children to home and feeding them until they get work.
Now, Primrose, you have a very special story to tell about your trip to Parliament. Just tell us a little bit about your story, how it was that you, as an ordinary community member in Marikana, is now representing some of the people in Parliament.
Yes, I was the ordinary community member in the community, but it was I took the big step from that massacre of Marikana, because we, as the women of Marikana, we are trying to help the mine workers who were in this tragedy. We start on that date. I think it was that recently, that 16th, because before the 16th, we stayed away from them because we are not allowed to come to them here in the mountain. So recently, after that thing was bullets in the mountain, we were prepared to go to the management on that day, but unfortunately we were late, because when we were meet there, collected there near the stadium, and then we were discussing about to go straight to the management to help them, or else if we don't want to give them this money, they must take them to home, because there were already 10 people who had died at that time. So unfortunately, we were met there at near the stadium there, and then we just had the bullets. So we were late. So, but from that time, we started to help them, to give them the solidarity, because we were always with them. Even on the funerals, we were with them. In the commission, everywhere, we were together.
Thank you very much.
We formed a new organization as women, which is called Sikhala Sonke, because we are crying together with them. Even still, that organization is still alive ever since I'm at the parliament.
Okay, thank you very much. That was one of the community members here in Marikana, Mam Primrose Sonti, who has a very interesting journey. She was one of the Marikana residents here who ended up in Parliament representing her constituent, and she's telling us a little bit about her memories of the 16th and how they heard bullets ringing out in this particular area, only to discover that 34 of their brethren had been shot down by police. Now, you will remember that the Farlam Commission is continuing with their inspection in loco here at the Marikana copy, and we'll be keeping you updated as to what transpires as the day continues. Back to you, Eben.